Hey everyone, so if my stand falls over, I don't know what's going on. I can't tighten it for some odd reason. Anyway, so I'm coming back to show y'all the tutorial on this flower, and it's very, very easy. It is exactly like the rose tutorial that I did. But it doesn't end up as full as this because this is cardstock and this is paper, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. I've already glimmer misted my flowers, and these petals, both of these petals, came in the 360 pack Color Me Crazy pack. So that's where I got the petals from. And I'm going to do it exactly like, the only thing that's different is I didn't have another one of these to do the leaves. I couldn't find one, sadly. So I'm just using a different petal. And you don't have to do it with just like, you know, a regular shaped petal or with these. You don't even have to do it with a 5 petal flower. You can even do it with a 6 petal flower, an 8 petal flower. However many petals there are, you can still do it. It's just basically creativity. It'll be a fuller flower if it's like 8 petals, but you can still do it. And it can be any shape, size. You can even do it with a really, really tiny flower. I've done it with tiny flowers too. So you can even do it with this one. But anyways, you're going to need 4 petals that you want to use for the actual flower base. So right here, ignoring the green, you're going to need 4 petals for this base flower. So I've already glimmer misted 4 of my petals. So there's the 4 of them, and they're not completely dry yet, but they'll work. And you're also going to need a petal for your leaf. You don't have to have this step, but I like to add the leaf to give it more dimension and everything. So I'm just using this flower. Basically what I did was I glimmer misted my petals. My leaf petal I glimmer misted with Lenny's Stamp Gang Freaky Frankenlime, and this is part of their Halloween collection. I'm not sure if they still have it available or not. It might be only a limited time thing, but if it's still available, I would definitely get it. If it's not available, wait until Halloween and buy it, or buy as many as you can, because the Halloween collection has some really awesome colors. So I use this for my petals, and like I said in my other video, I completely love Lenny's Stamp Gang. I think it's awesome and so much better than Tattered Angels, not only because it's cheaper, but better quality. So, and then for my actual petals for my flower, I use Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist in Burnt Red, and this is a really, really pretty color. If you prefer Tattered Angels over Lenny's Stamp Gang, this is a really pretty color. So if you don't have this this color in Tattered Angels and you want to get a Tattered Angels color versus Lenny's Stamp Gang, I would definitely consider Burnt Red because it's a really nice blood color. But if you want Lenny's Stamp Gang, I can't really tell you what colors because I don't really have that many Lenny's Stamp Gang yet. I'm gonna get me some more. Anyway, basically your first step is you're going to take your most favored petal, the one that's the prettiest, the one that has the most even coverage, and use it as your base for your flower. So I like this one the most. So basically what you're just gonna do is take a wooden dowel and kind of rotate the flowers around the wooden dowel to give it some body. So like I said, this is just like the rose tutorial. It's just with a different flower, different shape, and different material. Because these are like thin paper, like mulberry paper. So anyways, that's what you're going to get for your base. You're just going to set that off to the side. And then your next one, you're going to pick your second best flower, and I like this one the most. And what you're going to do is you're going to find the petal that's the least covered, and this one's the least covered. So I'm going to cut on the opposite side this way. So I'm going to cut in that little mini strip right there. You're going to cut all the way to the center of the flower. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to add a little dollop of glue along the thin line. And if you like tape, tape is the best option for this because it doesn't make it bulky where the glue is. But I'm just going to use hot glue. So all I'm going to do is just run a little line of glue. I don't have the camera here. Little line of glue, not too much because you don't really need that much. I'm just going to set that over there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your petal that you cut from and you're going to overlap it very carefully, trying to line it up. You're just going to overlap it on that petal that you just put glue on. And that's what you're going to get. Then you can kind of squish it against your table to make it flat. Take your wooden dowel, do the same thing. You're going to roll the petals down. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Then you're just going to take that base that you already curled, and you're going to add a little dollop of glue to the middle. And you're just going to kind of offset as best as you can. And so that's what it's going to look like so far. And after you're done with this, you can go back and re-bend the petals. But for right now, it's okay. Just don't mess with it because it's just going to flatten out anyway. So that's what you have. Then you're going to take your third favorite petal, which this one would be mine, and you're going to cut an actual petal out. So I'm going to take the least favorited petal, which would be this one, and I'm going to cut it all the way out. So you're just going to cut to the middle on each side, like so. And you're going to keep this petal because this will come in handy. So basically what you're going to do is the same thing. You're going to add a line of glue to the petal, and you're going to overlap it like that. And you'll find that some petals or some flower shapes do not want to line up nicely or don't want to work out nicely. Just flatten it on the thing. So you'll just have to kind of pre-bend it to make sure it'll go before you actually put the glue on. And now basically what you're going to do is curl the petals again. And you're almost done. Okay. Alright, so there you go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to offset it again. And I like it just kind of mess with it and see which works for you. And then just add a little dollop of glue. Okay. Alright, so that's basically all you're going to do for the base. And then the next step that you're going to do is you're going to take your last petal and you're going to cut out 2 petals. And it has to be in the same thing. You can't pick this petal and pick this petal. It has to be, 2 full petals. So I'm going to take out, I guess I'll take out these 2. So you're just going to cut to the center and take out 2. Alright, so basically what you're going to do now is you're going to take this petal, and you're not going to glue anything yet. What you're going to do is kind of curl each petal. Okay. Need to hurry. And then what you're going to do is take your dowel and put it at the end of the petal and kind of bend the petal back. And you're going to do it up closer to the end of your dowel. And you're going to wrap the petals around the center. So this is going to create the little center of the flower. So basically you just want something along the lines of that. Okay? Then you're just going to add some glue. And just kind of position it like that. And you can add some glue on the inside too, just to make it more secure. Okay, so you're just going to slide it off of your dowel. And you're going to try to find out how you want to do this. Whether you want to cut it down, fold it over, or whatever. I'm just going to probably fold mine over so it'll stick a little bit better. And this is the only problem that I find. It's a little bit hard to do the center because the actual paper is not thick like cardstock, so it doesn't want to hold its shape as well. So basically what you're just going to do is kind of just maneuver it around until you find how you like it. And that one kind of messed up. Darn it. So just kind of, I have glue all over me. Okay, so for some odd reason this one didn't want to work as well. So So I'm just gonna kind of do the middle like that. Kind of fix the petals. Basically, that's all you're gonna do. And if you still had like a hole in the middle where you did that, you can take that one petal that you discarded and you can twirl it and then start at the very end of your dowel, and you want your dowel kind of, the tip of your dowel probably an inch up the petal, and you're going to want to twist it as tight as you can around the dowel, and then just add a little bit of glue right there to keep it in place. And this is probably a good idea not to have your glue gun on high temp, because you'll probably end up burning yourself from this step. And then you'll get something like that, and then you can just slip it off, and then you would just glue it in that hole. So you just glue it in that hole right there, and that's how you get that. So if my petal turned out, or if my middle turned out like I wanted it to, I could show y'all how to do that, but for some odd reason it didn't work out that great. So that's all you really do. And then after that, you would just go ahead and glue your flower to the leaf. So, and if you don't like that way, you can also do it with just 2 petals and then curl it and then do the same step and basically just kind of wrap itself. I don't like this one because the flowers always end up looking funky. But if you want to do it that way and then make the little middle piece to go inside, that also works too. That's how I used to do my flowers, but then I found that the 3 petal is easier. So anyways, that's how you do my flower, and I hope the tutorial wasn't too confusing for y'all, because I'm just not good at making tutorials. But it's really, really the exact same as this flower. It's just not that much body because, you know, it's not cardstock like I said. But I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial, and if y'all have any questions, or if it's too confusing and I have to remake it, I will. Just let me know. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Bye!